Joining us now is America's accountant, CPA, Dan Geltrude. Dan, welcome.
Hey, Stella.
Hi, Dan. No one can deny that our economy under Biden is horrible. Do you think Biden saying that Republicans will raise taxes is his way of fear-mongering Americans? Because we know his poll numbers are just awful.
Well, it's a way of deflecting what simply has been created under his watch. He can blame other people all he wants, but you know what? He's the president, so he's got to do something about it. Even if he wants to blame Donald Trump, okay, then fix it. So here's what his fix is. Let's have the Fed raise interest rates. That's the answer. Well, I have to tell you, that is not the answer. And I'll be very specific. He's talking about the debt. He's talking about deficits. When we start to raise interest rates, what happens? Those debts become much more expensive. How do you pay for that? More taxes. So you tell me, what kind of logic is that? There is no logic. We have a supply problem, not a demand problem. I've said it so many times, but apparently no one in Washington is listening.
It's all Putin's fault, Dan.
Well, listen, sir, look. Here's the thing about what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. One of the things people are not talking about is Russia produces an enormous amount of fertilizer. Guess who uses fertilizer? Our farmers. So when we're talking about what's happening there, one of the key things, because we import fertilizer, the cost of food is going to go up because our farmers are being put in a very, very difficult situation. That has nothing to do with interest rates. That's policy.
You know, everything costs more and we are feeling it. You know, Biden attacking MAGA voters. You heard him say that. Talk about a man who said he's going to unite the nation, not to mention what he said was a lie.
Well, look, it's very easy to just turn around and blame someone else, but the buck stops with him. And he has the ability and the power to influence legislation, create legislation, do something to fix what we're dealing with. Because he either doesn't have the will or the wherewithal to be able to fix things, it's a simple process. Let's just blame everyone else, specifically Donald Trump. You know, we've seen this all before, so let's just blame the prior administration and be done with it. Of course, blaming the prior administration is not going to be what solves our future problems. Remember, he's the one who said, I can fix these things.
Yeah.
Go fix them.
We're waiting. You know, Biden wants to raise taxes on families earning $400,000 or more. And in states like California, where you're already paying so much in taxes, $400,000 quickly dwindles. He's the one who wants to punish hardworking Americans.
There's no doubt about that. Listen, first of all, I've said this many times. When a politician says they're going to raise taxes, believe them. When they say they're only going to raise taxes on just these few people, well, that's where it goes off track, and that's where you stop believing them. It is absolutely not going to be true when he's talking about raising taxes. That is only going to affect those making $400,000 or more. And I'll give you a prime example. How about inflation? That's a tax. That's impacting everyone. So right there, we're off the mark. So saying that you're only going to tax the rich, it's not true, and it's not going to work. The rich don't actually have enough money to pay for all this spending.
Yeah, remember, inflation just transitory.
Well, that perhaps was well, if we give them the benefit of the doubt, we'll say a great miscalculation. Going the other way, they knew it was a total lie, and it was a way of trying to placate and then pray inflation would go away. And of course, that is not the case, and we're seeing it in real time. And I have unfortunate news for all the viewers out there. Inflation is not going away anytime soon. And the reason it's not going to go away is because of bad policy.
You think we're on our way to a recession?
We're one quarter away from a recession, but I'll tell you this, it certainly feels like one. If you look at directionally where everything is going economically, we are certainly there. The amount of money that hardworking Americans have to spend just to get the necessities, just to get food, just to get fuel, I don't know how much more they can take. So I'm going to say we're pretty much there right now.
How much more can we take? Biden often touts the low unemployment numbers, but those are jobs that we lost during the pandemic. Do you think people see through that, just like when the administration said inflation was transitory, it's all Putin's fault, including our gas prices? We know it's his policies.
Well, the unemployment number is somewhat deceiving, and the impact of that isn't so great. I don't know many businesses out there right now, Stella, that are saying, you know what? We have enough people. We have plenty of employees. I don't see that happening. You know what I see? I see we don't have enough people working, and we have to pay substantially more to have people work. What does that mean? Again, it goes back to if businesses have to pay more to workers, they're going to pass that along. That's why, again, I say this inflation situation is not going away so quickly. Then we have to look at why have so many people either retired or stayed on the sideline is because they were being paid to stay home. Yeah. And that's what they're doing.
I was going to ask you that. You go to a restaurant, lots of empty seats, they don't have workers. Where is everybody?
Well, that's a great question, and I've said that over and over. Where did everybody go? But certainly, I would say this. They're not incentivized to get back to work, number one. And I don't know, are some people just saying, if the government is going to pay me to stay home, why should I go to work? I personally don't like to believe that, but I think there has to be quite a bit of that out there based upon what we see right now.
And that's not the America that we want. Dan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Up next.